So I don't think that'll ever change. But it's just the quality of life surrounding everything else that will. So, if I may offer a quick correction on that, no one wants to run 40 hours on 3 acts twice. I would be totally down running a 40-hour campaign if there were like 12 chapters that were all like very good story. But like you have acts 1, 2, and 3, and at the end of 3 you go back and do act 1 but harder, act 2 but harder, act 3 but harder. And the only thing that changes between the cruel is the density of the mobs. And you maybe get one, like the act 1 zone on the beach has new enemies, but everything after that is exactly the fucking same. That's a slog. That sucks. That doesn't feel good. But if I take the same amount of time and did acts or a new story, I think it'd be fine. Because I like the story so far. I think it's intriguing. Because the Vol are never really talked about. They're just kind of existing in the idea of corruption, but then how this game is brings them more into the forefront. Like Donieri or whatever his name is a Vol that works or literally worked for at Ziri. That is one of the endgame bosses in PoE 1, so you only know them for their how fucked up they are. Yeah, I think the game will feel a lot different once they get closer to launch and actually add more of the things that they want into it. Because right now they're just focusing on the end game balance because they understand that that's where the game is. But it's also a balance act because if all you give us is end game stuff, we're going to get burnt out by that end game stuff. There needs to be other things to do. I want that. And that. Oh, minion damage and attunement. Yes, please. Bleed damage? Yeah, I'll take that. It's a little bit less damage, but I like that more. I think that might be better. Nope. Oh. Well, that's also bad for that player for, like, if you bought something that was supposed to be an exalted and you gave him a divine on accident, he shouldn't have accepted that. Like, that's also partly on them. Like, that, they weren't being honest. Hang on one second. Just adjust my camera around. That's unfortunate. situation, I'd be mad at myself too. Well, perhaps maybe on their next big patch, I'll jump back in. I don't think I'm gonna do any of the small, like, lettered patches. Like this one's 0.2.1i. One of the biggest things that they're doing, which is gonna be a huge improvement for itemization anyways, is right now they have it so tiered items, the low tier item is tier 1. Which means if you get something that's a tier 1 item, it's not good. You know that no matter what, it's going to be bad. But the problem with that tier 1 being the low end is you don't know how many tiers there are. Like there could be, I heard that there was like some items, some affixes have up to 14 tiers. So if you have a tier 1, you know it's going to be bad. If it's a tier 6, how many tiers are there? You don't know. So you cannot tell if an item is good or not. But if you know that tier 1 is going to be good, that's the best, and you get a tier 2 item, you know it's awesome. Where like this game is the inverted of that. Where tier 5 and tier 7 are the best, but it's consistent among all of them. So you know tier 1 is always the lowest. Tier 5 is the best that you can get that's from a non-exalted item. And you know that tier 7 is the best item or best tier that you can get from an exalted item. So if you get an exalted item with a tier 3 exalt on it, you know that's shit. You know what I mean? So they're fixing that. They're making it more like how it was on PoE 1, where tier 1 was the best. And I know there's a lot of mixed feelings on it, like what way it should be, which way it shouldn't be. As long as it's consistent, it doesn't matter. Because you can't have in one aspect of an item tier 1 being the best and another item being tier unknown being the best. That shit gets complicated. Warcry, I do I what? Excuse me. So we got a wolf, swipe, jump. So let's switch that over to our Warcry. Not to be confused with war crimes. And we got our puppos, our dog. And we're gonna bring him down into max companion. So we're gonna work our way down this way. So we're gonna get him some health food stuff. I'm so glad they fixed it. If you ever played a minion build and you get into this arena, your enemy or your minions would be stuck behind that barrier. Oops. But they fixed it, so now they pop in with you. Which is fantastic.
The epoch is ours! Raya, aid me!
Easy.
Oh, but Raya.
What I got for my boots? Yeah. We're gonna lose some. But I'd rather have that extra dodge, armor, and a little bit more movement speed.
Now get me out of here. Oh, I will be there. The eat the path if run more than now. Which,
Yep,
speaking
yep,
of,
yep.
let's head back to camp. I must reach Lena at once.
Oh boy.
Eterra's blessing.
I can't even buy one. Damn.
Prayers be with you.
The urge to buy all of the shatterings is
He's
so
back.
strong.
He's been quiet since
You're back now, not fine. Well, do you think going through I feel it enough? I only Lena. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you too. This is what's best for us all. With the Epoch's power, I'll finally be able to.
Do we ever find out anything more about Balthus? I can't remember.
What is this place? The spirits, they are in pain.
Don't worry, asshole. I got it. He's just sitting there. He's like, "Are you a cultist?" Daddy? Do I look like your daddy? Hey, we're 10% there.
Terra watch over you. Gods.
Okay, actually, I want to look that up. Last Epoch Wiki. Balthus. Keeper Balthus. Keeper Balthus is a friendly human, non-player character that can be found in the Keeper's Vault. They are the prominent story character in the world of Eterra. Are they? Really? Balthus is a member of the Order of the Keeper, sworn to serve goddess Etera, or Etera, however you want to say it. He is wise priest ordained with the safekeeping of the share of a shard of the epoch, carrying it between fortified strongholds, hidden from curious eyes. Yep. So, the Divine Era is where we just met him, in what just happened. After returning to the Keeper camp, Balthus decided voluntarily that their only hope is to send the Traveler and himself forward in time, despite the Order's laws and Keeper Lena's loud opposition. So Keeper Lena is somebody that we find later. And so in the Ruined Era, which is the era that we're in now, as Balthus travels to the far future a few thousand years later, he recognizes the void-sweeping eruption devouring all encounters. To carry on with his roots, Balthus decides that the Keeper traditions must be parted with and reforms the Order into the Elders of Last Refuge, sheltering humankind until the last moment is possible. He does not live in the moment of the Traveler's arrival. So he is in a different timeline. In a different Ruined Era. So perhaps when we do... We'll have to keep our eye out when we get into Endgame and do... Well, no. Keep your eye out for Balthus. Because he could be here somewhere. Or he could be in here somewhere. Kind of like that poor handsome boy that Yulra sacrifices. That you save from Admiral Harton's ship. That's just kind of there sitting down whenever you... That was weird.
Terra, aid me.
gods be with you. Stay safe.
There is... Maybe it's over here. There was another, like, a pretty good silver ring. Wow! Captain's ring. That's it. Health on kill. Nice. Goddamn. Way less damage. That's alright. I don't want that. We won't do the fire damage. What is this? What is this? Jade ring, you can go away. So we want... Okay, what's that? Stun avoidance. That's pretty good. That's a high amount of stun avoidance. On that captain's ring there. Let's see. So 25% health regen, which is good. But fire res, let's get that. Cast speed, physical damage, poison res. For lightning res, less health, more damage. Let's keep that antler. Because I have to remember what we're doing. We cannot get rid of life or damage. Wait. I want to try to blitz over to this and then we'll go in and fill it all up. Oh, well, shit. Hell yeah, that's what they're doing anyways. Hooray. I can understand things. Is that clanging sound the sound of your shield being depleted? And might I say, when you have leap spells that allow you to leap over gaps like that, it's just so good. Like, if there are two movement spells, one of them's a dash and one of them's a leap, the dash will make you go farther and will give you a speed buff afterwards, but you can't dash over gaps. I will take the leap every single time. Even though mechanically it is the worst of the two, because I can leap over shit. That's so good. Yo. Top of the morning to you. Evening, I suppose.
Terra, aid me.
What brings you? Terra's grace be with you.
Go on, get. How much health does Vitality give you? 6 health per point. Okay, so that's why that did give only 1. So 2 Vitality gives me 12 health total. Actually got to pay attention to that shit now. We are now officially higher level than any other hardcore character I've ever made.